This week on The Loop Show Likes You.
Quizzes and postcards and post-quizzes.
Hang on for the loop!
4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
I'm Ricky!
And I'm Quizman.
Quizman, since this is your first Loop Show Likes...
Quiz Fruit Loops!
Jamie's back!
What?
Yes,
This was gonna be my first Loop Show Likes
Sorry,
You.
buddy. This is my desk. Ah, hello, desk. I missed you guys. It's so good to be back.
Jamie, we missed you so much.
Thank you.
Every week we got a comment saying, where's Jamie?
Did you?
Where is she?
Well,
She's here.
I had a baby.
How's your baby?
She's amazing. I actually brought a picture. Do you want to see?
Yes, please.
So this is Evie, and as you can see, she's already a big fan of the show.
Aw, she's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a super adorable baby.
Thanks, Quizman. All right, so what did I miss while I was gone?
Really not much.
Oh, what are you talking about? Like, you missed so much. There was like a bunch of guest hosts. Ricky got lost in a maze for like 10 minutes. Judo Bob played with cat toys and some mice. We made slime that was chunky.
Oh, did you have to eat it?
We ate a bunch of meat cake.
Ew.
This is I found this over there. You guys want some of the old meat cake?
No, thank you.
It's got pickles in it. We can get another fork for you guys.
No, that's a good call. Pass.
Yeah.
All right, well, more for me.
All right, you want to look at some of these postcards?
Yes, let's see what our loopster said that we should know about them.
Okay, one loopster said, my nose is broken. Well, no.
Oh.
But you wrote this under something fun.
Maybe they were doing something fun when they broke it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you need to write us back and let us know what you were doing when you broke your nose.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a postcard from Hannah, and it says, I have had 56 pets my whole life.
56?
That's a lot of pets.
Now, your whole life? Like from birth till now, 56 total, or over the course of your life, you have accumulated 56. Either way, it sounds like you're taking Pokemon way too seriously, and that's the kind of energy that I want to hear.
I love it.
I have another postcard from Ava. It says, no offense, Ricky, but I like Jamie more. Okay.
No, it does not say that.
Okay. I mean, you can say no offense all you want, but it still
That's really sweet. Thank you.
has the offense. Thank you, Ava.
Well, it's funny because my card says, no offense, Jamie, but Ricky's my favorite.
No, it doesn't.
Anything else from Ava?
Oh yeah, Ava also says, eat a snake. Okay, Ava, I'm just starting to think that you don't like me very much.
Did it say Ricky eat a snake or just like eat a snake?
Well, it just says eat a snake.
So Jamie could be included in that.
Sure, but you were fine with the snakes.
Alrighty.
What else
next
you got?
Okay, so this one doesn't have a name on it, but it says, I'm really good using power tools and can name tools.
What?
That's practically super awesome.
That is a life skill.
Yeah.
I can't. I, in my own household, am not allowed near the power tools because we end up with more holes in our walls than we started with, so.
Oh no.
And we seriously love all your postcards. We have so many handwritten and handmade cards. Look at this. Like,
Aw.
this is an envelope. But yeah, these cards and your letters, they all have something in common. Do you know what it is, Jamie?
They wrote the letters to us.
Yes, very true. But everyone who wrote one of these cards is made in the image of God.
Oh yeah, that too.
Here's the deal. Me and you, we are more than ordinary. We're more than ordinary because we are made in the image of God. Just like C.S. Lewis said, we are an everlasting splendor. That means we are an eternal joy, not only to God, but to other people. We are made in the image of God. So what does that mean, right? What does it mean to be made in the image of God? Does that mean we look like him? Does that mean we smell like him? Does that mean we sound like him? What does that really mean? And so this week, we're gonna look at a video from the Bible Project that tells a little bit more about that.
People aren't to make images of God because God has already made images of himself.
When did he do that?
Well, let's go to page 1 of the Bible. And the first person we meet there is God. He's the one with authority over all creation. He speaks and creation obeys, and he defines what is good and not good. In other words, he alone is king. But then surprisingly, as the pinnacle of all of God's creative work, he makes humans, and he calls all of them the image of God.
So he gives all humans the authority to rule.
Exactly, that's what he goes on to say. He tells the humans to subdue the earth and to rule it. And so this task that once belonged only to elite kings is here in the Bible the task of every human being. This was a revolutionary statement in its day because all humans are being called to rule and to participate in the human project.
So what does this mean? I mean, how are we all supposed to rule?
So the picture we get in Genesis is gardening.
Gardening?
Yes, gardening. So they rule the earth by cultivating it, by harnessing all of the earth's raw potential and then making something more and new out of it.
So growing food for each other.
Yes, but that also includes growing families then, which become neighborhoods, and then they create communities where people are going to work and take care of each other and build businesses and cities that will expand to new places and so on.
So ruling is really the day-to-day acts of our work and creativity.
Yes, we take the world somewhere. This is humanity's divine and sacred task. So this is the Bible's depiction of the human condition. So sometimes we pull off amazingly good stuff, but just as often, despite our best intentions, we act selfishly and we create evil in the world.
And so we're stuck as mediocre rulers making a mess of things.
But that's not the end of the story. So the Bible goes on and it makes this claim that all of this was resolved when God bound himself to humanity through Jesus. And he showed us what it looks like to truly rule as a human.
So what does it look like?
Well, Jesus ruled by serving and by seeking the best for others, by putting himself underneath them and loving not just his friends, but also his enemies.
And that's not a typical way to rule.
And not only that, Jesus confronted the consequences of all of the evil and the death that we have created by our messed up ways of ruling. And he takes it. I mean, he lets it kill him. And so when the New Testament writers looked back to Jesus' resurrection, they see a whole new future opening up for all humanity.
Jesus is a new way to be human.
Yeah, that's why they called Jesus the image of God, or the new human. And not only that, they also believe that Jesus' divine life and power is now available to heal and to transform us to become our life and power.
And this sounds really nice, but what does it really look like?
So practically, the Apostle Paul said it looks like people being filled by Jesus' own presence and spirit, filled with love and joy and peace and patience and kindness and goodness and integrity and gentleness and self-control. He says this is the new humanity that God wants to create in us so that we become people in whom God's image is being restored, people who will move the human project forward.
So, two big things I took away from that video about the image of God. Number one is that God is our creator. God is our creator. And so if we're made in his image, that means we are created to create. We are made to create times and opportunities that we can show Jesus through our lives. We do that by reflecting. We do that by reflecting on who Jesus is and what he did for us. We reflect it to others around us so that when people see us, they don't see us, they see Jesus. In Ephesians 5:8, it says, "For once you were full of darkness, but now you have light. So live as people of light." Live as you have something so bright to shine that you cannot contain it, because you do. Live as people who have something to shine to all, no matter what. Like you have something to show and shine and reflect to everyone. The second thing is that we are all made in God's image. So that means you were made in his image, but that means the person sitting next to you was made in his image, and the person sitting next to that is made in his image, and the person you don't even know is made in God's image. And so it's time that we decide to see people the way that Jesus sees us, the way that God sees us, and that is in his image. Like we all have something to offer, like we all have something to show, and like we all have something to shine. So we should shine that and treat people the way that they deserve to be treated.
Okay, before we jump into the Wheel of Cards, it's been a while since I've done a challenge, so can we start with something easy?
Yeah, how about this challenge? Okay, it's called the high-low challenge.
Okay.
Who can sing the highest and who can sing the lowest?
Ooh, I bet it's me.
For both?
Yeah, for both.
You start low.
Okay. This is me singing low.
This is me singing low.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you win.
Yay!
Okay. Oh, well, you in the low. Let's try the high.
Okay. All right. This is me singing high.
This is me singing high.
Okay.
I think I won that
It's
one.
obviously a tie.
2 winners.
Wait. Yeah, I'll take it. Spin that wheel!
Woo!
Wheel of cards, spin the wheel. It's a wheel of cards. It's a wheel of wheels. Wheel of cards.
Nicely done. All right. Okay, this says block walk challenge. So, walk across a path of Legos with or without your socks on. Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
That sounds painful.
let's do it. Block, walk, block, walk, block, walk, block, walk. I feel like this is like an initiation. Oh. Whoa. Oh.
How does it feel?
It feels like there's these tiny little Legos underneath my feet. Oh, ouch, that one didn't feel good.
There it is. Yeah, no, this is like walking on hot coals.
Yeah, well, if you can find like oh my gosh. If you can find like a level spot, it's not it's not horrible.
Jamie, that
feel
just... I am having
Ow.
sympathy pains. That looks
Ow.
terrible. It looks like that does not...
It's not the best.
I also don't understand how you're moving so slowly on it.
Oh, well, I guess I'm trying to like evenly distribute my weight
Oh man, that
or
just
something.
oh.
Ow, okay, that one, didn't feel great.
It looks like you're just walking on several shards of glass.
Ow!
Ugh.
I did it!
You have one.
I have a straggler. Walk.
All right. Oh gosh. Oh man. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Walking
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is painful. Oh no. Okay, I just need. Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Yay, Ricky, you did it.
So thank you so much for giving us this challenge. It was painful and challenging. Jamie, how was it for you?
It was also painful and challenging.
Ooh, I made it. We love your challenges. Thank you so much for that.
Even when they're uncomfortable.
Yes, and we also love your big questions.
Even when they're uncomfortable.
This question asks, is God disappointed in me?
All right, so here's the big question. Is God disappointed in me? That's such a great question. Now, throughout our lives, we've probably all at some point felt like we disappointed somebody, right? There's so many people in our lives, we probably feel like we've let somebody down. We may have even asked the question like, hey, if my parents are disappointed in me, does that mean that God is disappointed in me? And that's a valid question if you really think about it, but I want to make something really clear about God. There is nothing that you or I could do, no decision we could make, no screw up too big, whatever, that could change who God is. You see, God is love. It's not like something he does, it's truly who he is. Now, you and I, we could make some decisions that are really bad, and if we make a bad decision, that will result in some consequences in our life. You could have gotten grounded as a consequence to a bad decision, or you could have maybe had a friendship go through a rough time because you didn't handle a situation well. And there's consequences when we do things wrong. But that will never mean that God stops loving us. You see, our relationship with God was never tied to a perfect performance, right? God just truly loves who we are. The moment that we finally decide to grab a hold of the grace that was given to us as a gift when Jesus died on the cross for our sins, the moment we finally decide to grab a hold of that is the same moment that we get to stop living this performance-driven relationship with God and start living this thankfulness-driven relationship with God. That we do things not because we're trying to earn his grace, but we do things to honor him truly because we are so thankful for what he has done for us. Now, I know that many of you may be thinking hey man, I have done so much wrong. You don't understand how much I have done. There's never a way that I could get back to being the person I'm supposed to be or living the way that I'm supposed to live. And I need you to understand that we have all done so much wrong. I remember being your age, and you may be 11 or 12 or 13 years old, and I remember being your age and thinking, man, I need to do as much right as I can because I want to make sure I'm forgiven. Like, I want to make sure that I earn his forgiveness, even to the point where it's like, I want to make sure I earn heaven. And I just didn't realize, like, you don't earn heaven. You don't earn forgiveness. There's nothing about your relationship with God that you could earn because you don't earn a gift. It's given to you. And God truly has extended a gift to you. He loves you so much. And he wants you to know that. And he wants you to have his grace. The only thing that you have to do is just accept, man, I'm so thankful that you came down here and gave your life for me, Jesus. That you died for me. And so then you get to live out of that in thankfulness for him. I want you to know this. God created you in his image, knowing that you were going to make mistakes. But he still loves you, and he created you in his image, and he is so incredibly thankful and happy with his creation.
I love that reminder that God's not mad at us.
You were made in God's image. He loves you, and he enjoys who you were made to be.
It's just so great to have you back, Jamie.
It's so good to be back and back at my desk. I missed you, desk. And with all of you guys, I hope to hear from more of our Loopsters soon.
Yes, send us more postcards if you need a suggestion. Try training an ant colony to both write a letter and then send it on over to the Loop Show. It's super easy.
You could put it on a caterpillar's cocoon, and when it turns into a beautiful butterfly, it'll fly the message to us.
Wow, that's great. Or you could just write us a regular letter with just pen and paper.
Our address is in the description below.
Thanks for being incredible, and until next time,
Enjoy the ride.
I actually tried training a colony of ants. It was good, but they sent the letter to the wrong address.
Oh, and that probably made you antsy.
He's back, everyone!
Ugh.
Leave us a comment telling us where you're from.
Are you from Alabama?
Are you from Bel Air?
Are you from Catoosa?
Ooh, are you from Denmark?
Oh, are you from England?
Are you from Finland?
Oh, those are good. Those are really... Georgia. Are you from Georgia?
Or whatever's next in your brain.